Hello, my name is Anthony Angiano. I am from Team's Newbie Nerds. We are doing the farm automation robots. It stands for Farming, Automation, and Robotics mission. I am in charge of designing the AquaBot. Here is a basis of the circuit that I designed. We have a right front, right rear motor. These two motors are controlling what is a rubberized track of the bot, as well as the same thing identical for the left. So these are connected in parallel, moving forward at the same time. Same thing with the right side. These two motors here are for the sensor. This moisture sensor is going to be mounted on a block, and these motors are going to drive that sensor backwards and then forward to probe the soil to detect if it's wet or dry. These two servos here, this is a servo for pesticides. Once that servo hits 90 degrees, that tells the pesticides to start spraying. This is a water spout. Once that servo turns 90 degrees, it turns that spout on, allowing the water to hit the soil. And then this is the 9 to 5 volt power for the servos. Step down to 5 volts here because the servos can only handle 5 volts. This one here is the sensor motor power. So this is powering the H-bridge for these two sensor motors. This 9 volt battery here is powering the left and right side motors through these two H-bridges controls here. So that is the basis of the schematic, or the circuit. Here is the code. We have the motor pins, which is the left and right side. Then the sensor motors, which is the two motors that move the moisture sensor up and down. I put the threshold of the motor sensor halfway. Essentially, if it's over 438, that's going to indicate that the soil is damp enough to continue moving. We got our pins. Moisture serial begin is just going to monitor what it's reading once it captures over that 436 or under that 436. And then the loop is going to be forward direction. I didn't put full speed just because I didn't think full speed was needed. And then this is the servo. When it's wet to move forward, the servos will be 0 position, which means both servos will be off. Once it's dry, it'll count these, make these go 90 degrees, which means on. So let's do a quick run through of the simulation. So it will read 0. These are stationary at the moment. The pesticide servo is spraying pesticides. The water servo is on, allowing the water to hit the soil. These two motors are on a 2-second timer, going forward for 2 seconds, probing the down, and then going backwards for 2 seconds, bringing that probe back up. You can see right now it is sensing that the soil is dry. Once it senses that the soil is wet, with a little bit of time, it will go straight, and these forward motors are running forward while this is continuing to probe the soil to find a dry spot. Once it finds a dry spot, the servos will turn off after a little bit of time, and then turn these back on to stop in its spot, to spray the pesticides, and to allow water to flow. Thank you very much.